2, 1.
Well, hello and welcome to East Stroudsburg United Methodist Church, our Faith Conversations podcast. And we're thrilled to have our guest here, Sharon Laverdure. And Sharon is one of our commissioners. Sharon, welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you. And I didn't realize that the United Methodist Church in East Stroudsburg was doing this, so now I can be listening as well as participating down the road.
Sounds good. Yeah, we've had a few people come on. We've had Kel Lewis come on, the borough manager. We've had Dave Parker, who is one of the commissioners, also came on. So you get a chance to also take a look at some of the things they talked about. So, but welcome again.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
So, Sharon, have you always lived here in the Poconos?
No. Not always, but I moved here when I was 21 when I graduated from college. I'm from central Pennsylvania, Union County, Pennsylvania, Lewisburg. And that's where I was born and raised. I am the daughter of a farmer and a granddaughter of a farmer with lots of family members that are farmers in central Pennsylvania. So that kind of tells a little bit about me. But I also had some aunts, like 5 aunts that were in education. My dad was the oldest of 9. So with that in mind, the 5 girls that were part of the family all went into education. They were teachers, principal, and one was a second in command in Milton Area School District. So I had a background with that as well. And that's what led me to be a teacher, eventually a leader in schools.
Beautiful. So how do you end up here in the Poconos?
Okay, so when I went to college, this kind of brings back to the way I was raised as well. When I went to college and when I graduated from high school in Lewisburg, my parents gave me a choice as to 2 places I could go. And they were both American Baptist affiliates. One was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and one was in Philippi, West Virginia. And I chose Philippi, West Virginia. It's site of the first land battle of the Civil War overlooking the Tigard River. Philippi is a really interesting small town. Now, I must say that Alderson Broaddus AB College has since closed within, I think, 3 years now. And so I'm very sad about that. But they were a big soccer school, and then the board of directors tried to go to football school, and guess what? They crashed. So I wasn't able to. But I graduated from college at Alderson Broaddus, and my then husband got a grad assistantship at ESU. Mm-hmm. So we moved. I was married at the time. We moved to East Stroudsburg, and I applied for a teaching position and was honored and got a teaching position in East Stroudsburg.
Beautiful.
In 1973.
Wow, a long time ago, right?
Yes, right.
But I know you are very proud of your work as an educator and teacher. So tell us some of your experiences about that.
It's been wonderful. East Stroudsburg School District was just a wonderful place for me to land. And the principals, the superintendent at the time, the different ones over the years, the teachers that I worked with. I was involved with my union as well because I believed I was part of the Women's Caucus for the administration of the state of Pennsylvania as well. There was just so many opportunities that I had that I was able to follow up on. It was just wonderful. I also, besides teaching, I coached field hockey and softball too.
Wow.
And it was great. And I love, one thing I really love, even in the position I'm in as county commissioner, is when I'm out and about or even grocery shopping and I run into some of my parents, some of my students that I had. We touch base. How are you doing? It's wonderful to reconnect.
Very good.
So I'm glad I'm not leaving Monroe County.
Wonderful.
It's just great to reconnect here.
That's great. Now, talking about county commissioner, what do you like about being commissioner?
You're serving people.
Okay.
on a daily basis. And that's what's so important. That's kind of the way I was raised. My mother and father were both very involved with our church, as my mother was very involved in and now we're talking back. I'm not a young person, but we're talking back in the late 50s, early 60s, 70s. Mom was very involved with children and youth. She served on the board in Union County. There was kind of a tri-county, like we have some tri-county agencies. She was part of that. And so I can tell you that we used to, through church even, get donations of food. We would, honestly, I was raised, Milton, Pennsylvania had migrant workers, a lot of migrant workers, because they had, I'm trying to think of the name of the, here I am, the company that they had, the big one up there, had migrant workers in, pick tomatoes, pick vegetables, all kinds of things on the farm. Well, we would spend some of our Saturdays, I would be playing as a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old, playing with the migrant kids, workers' children, as Mom was she collected food from church and then took it up there. And so that's the way I was raised. It was wonderful. I was so fortunate to experience and be with all walks of life and understand what that meant when you're helping people. And my mom and dad were very, very much part of that. So
that's great. So tell us a little bit about what the commission does.
A commissioner is an elected, I should have brought my organizational chart because it shows you everything. And I talked at Tolk one time, and I had my big chart up and showed. But we're elected officials and oversee different departments within the county, and we allocate monies at different times to different areas. We review protocols. We help with HR, human resources, when people are hired, and helping to kind of help them get to know the county. And I always welcome any new hires as much as I possibly can, and find out where they're from and what can we do to help them. If they have any questions, I like to do that. That's really important to me.
Good.
So you're an elected official to serve the county.
That's great. So are there some challenging parts of the job as a commissioner?
Yeah. Part of the challenging parts of the job is you have to have 2 votes to pass something through. There's 3 of us, but you have to have 2 positive votes to pass something through. So if the 2 gentlemen that I work with don't agree with me, my thoughts or what I think should go through doesn't go through. Now, the same thing can happen with me and one of the guys, and then the other guy, his thoughts don't get pushed through. So, you have to work together to make things move forward and work together, definitely.
That's wonderful. Now, you had shared that, you were brought up with faith. Your mother and parents had, instilled in you, some values of faith. So how do you integrate your faith in your work?
I live God's word. I try to be understanding and open to people. I try to listen first and then maybe talk or react second. And I think that's the way I was raised, and that's the way that I think I was as more respectful to everybody, to people, by all means. And that's very important. Being born and raised in the First Baptist Church of Lewisburg, part of the choir there as well. My mother was the premier soloist for the Susquehanna Valley Chorale, and she volunteered time and worked with the music department at Bucknell University over the years. So having that experience and all those different experiences have been really wonderful for me.
That's great. Bucknell is a great school.
I know it is.
Yeah,
yes.
Some people tell me. I had members of my church that went there.
I would not have been able to get in because I was not great in foreign languages, and you had to have 2 years of a foreign language successfully. It wasn't me.
Wow.
So that's why I couldn't go there. But I had 2 big brothers too I was the youngest. There was 10 years between my oldest brother and then 8 years with the next one. So I was the baby girl in the family, which was kind of special.
That's great. That's great. So I understand the commission is leading or planning the 250 of Americans' birthday.
Well, David,
Yeah.
David Parker is the chair of the PA 250 celebration for Monroe County. I'm chairing the education committee subcommittee with another Kelly with Kelly Lingette. Oh shoot. Anyway, she's great. Kelly's one of the attorneys in town is so co-chairing that with me, and Lombardo case. Yep.
Yeah.
So she's doing a great job too, and we work together. And David, when he needs help, I'm there to help him and assist him. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot of so everybody, please watch if you want to check the countywide websites. All kinds of things that are happening. There's going to be a concert up at the Barrett Township Library coming up in 10 days kind of thing. Double check that. Looks like a wonderful concert with back in the revolutionary kind of music, so it'll be good. It'll be really cool. So there's a lot of things going on, and you just researching them online or give us a call. We're there to support that.
That's great. That's great. So, since this whole podcast is about inspiring people to serve and, encouraging them to do something to help their neighbor, how does your faith, influence your life in that way?
Because I think that's what faith is all about. I think that you're taught that you help one another. And if you see somebody that's struggling, if you can't help that person, we find somebody that can help that person. I think that's the way I was raised, and it's been very important for me to continue in that manner. I think that's very important. And being active, I'm active in the East Stroudsburg Presbyterian Church, and we're celebrating our 150th anniversary coming up real soon. We're going to have a float in the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. But I need just being there to help, because we help other organizations to help people as well, and through the church. So I think it's important to continue with that throughout. Even as time goes on, it's still important to continue that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Do you have any hobbies that you enjoy doing?
I have a kitty cat. He was an awesome cat. He was a kitty that was taken to Awesome, that one of our church members, and I didn't realize, who had passed away, Ed West, who had passed away, had and went into a assisted living, and they wouldn't let him bring his kitty with him, so he took him to Awesome, but I didn't know that until I saw him on the bulletin board, and so I said, "What's this?" "This is Ed's kitty." Mm-hmm. They said, "Well, he's an Awesome." I went out and grabbed him and brought him home, so we still have him.
That's great.
So about a year and a half now, maybe it's almost 2 years. Time flies.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah.
Did you have, I know you had mentioned your parents, but did you have other mentors that helped you when you were teaching or things like that in your life?
Oh yeah, I did. I had some very close friends. Sonia Cole, which is Kelly Lewis's mom, was she and her husband Horace were one of my closest friends, and I went through a trying time at one point, and they were both there, and she kind of took me under her wing when I came into J.M. Hill Elementary School, and she was very helpful, and yes, so she was the one person that really sticks out in my heart right now. I mean, Sonia's always there. So.
That's great. That's great.
And there's other friends too. I don't want to. I have my daughter, and she has 3 daughters, and her husband. They're great people, and they're very helpful too. And I have a son who lives in California, and he's working with Leon Azabuki, who's a local young man, and they're doing gyms out in Santa Monica, California. So he's busy.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So is there like a book or, some like a movie or the scriptures or something that like anchors your life that you it's like your go-to place that you find as a source of encouragement for you or support?
Well, I think I'd say the Bible, but I don't read it daily. But what I do is I sign up at church to be the reader every so often, and that really inspires me. Pastor Nikki picks of course she picks the scriptures, and but I do the reading and for that Sunday, and it just always hits home. And actually, this Sunday I'm scheduled to read too.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
That's wonderful. Is there any before we wrap up? Is there anything you want to say or you want to convey to people who may be watching this podcast to encourage them to put their faith into action?
Yeah, actions speak louder than words, and go out and do things that are helpful to people and caring about people. And you maybe help your church if you're part of a church. If you're not, find a church that you might be comfortable with. I think that's important too. There are groups of folks and groups of people, and I just want to also give a shout out to all my friends and all the people that I missed, saying how much I care about you, and I didn't want to. I missed your name or something, but you all you folks that have helped me over the years are very close to me and very close to my heart. So I thank you all very much.
Wonderful. Any last words before we just wrap up? Any last words about the 250 or about anything?
There's a lot of information. Just watch for the PA 250 information because there's a lot of information coming out. If you're a quilter, right now, the Historical Association in Stroudsburg, they're encouraging you to enter the quilting contest. So there's going to be different things like that, and that's been extended to March 27th. It was supposed to close out before then, but it's extended now to March 27th. So if you're a quilter, put that needle to work because that would be great. And then they're gonna showcase all the quilts that come in. So
wonderful.
Yeah, that, and I think there's going to be a summer course this summer that that Dr. Maroney is going to. He has a summer course every summer. This summer he's going to concentrate on PA 250 kind of music. That'll be great. The other thing I want to mention is my friends in Pocono Concert Chorale. I'm very close to. I'm very honored to be part of that. Which is a chorale that we have in Monroe County. We had it a long time ago, and then it came back, and so it's really great to be part of that as well.
Yeah, and I see you when we do the the longest service, the longest day service.
Yep.
Around Christmas. I see you.
The longest night.
The longest night.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
Longest night. Yeah. So
John and Bob they're great. So yeah, awesome. Yeah. Gary Clark, and Bob Ryder.
Yeah, Ryder, Bob, yep. And Gary, right?
Gary, right.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Sharon Laverdure, we're great to have you on the East Stroudsburg United Methodist Church Faith Conversations podcast, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, with all my heart, and love to everybody in Monroe County.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Faith in Action podcast. My prayer is that something you heard today encouraged you, challenged you, or reminded you that faith is meant to be lived out every day. If this conversation spoke to you, we invite you to like, share, or leave a comment. Let us know how faith is showing up in your own life. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future conversations highlighting faith at work in our church and our community. Until next time, may you go in peace, serve with love, and continue putting your faith into action.